Motel 6. Motel 6 will pay $12 million to settle lawsuit after sharing guest info with ICE. So we talked about this a while ago. This goes back a while because this first surfaced a long time ago. I remember it. I think we talked about it on Aggressive Progressives, but this was going back over a year for sure. But Motel 6 was selling information to ICE. They were giving away guest information to ICE in case there were any undocumented immigrants staying in hotels. So Motel 6 was doing that completely willingly. And it violated privacy rights that guests have in hotels. So, all right, let's look into this article. Let's look into the update. Motel 6 has agreed to pay $12 million to settle a lawsuit that accused several Washington state locations of sharing personal guest information with U.S. immigration officials. The budget motel operator illegally shared the personal information of about 80,000 customers for more than 2 years, resulting in a targeted ICE investigation with guests with Latino-sounding names, the Washington State Attorney General's office announced Thursday. The office said operators at 7 Washington locations had voluntarily shared their guest list with ICE agents, and they did not require a warrant. Each time Motel 6 released a guest list, it included the private information of every guest at the hotel without their knowledge or consent, violating their expectation of privacy. This is from attorney Bob Ferguson. The Motel 6 guest information disclosures led to significant harmful consequences, including the detention and deportation of many guests and the suffering of their families. Some guests were approached by ICE agents and detained at Motel 6 properties, while others were detained a few days after their hotel stay, according to the office. One man was taken into custody at a Seattle location where he was staying for one night to wrap Christmas presents for his 4 children. Motel 6, which has more than 1,400 U.S. locations, admitted that at least 6 had shared personal guest information with ICE. Investigators later discovered that a 7th location had shared guest lists with ICE. So here's what Motel 6 said. Here's Motel 6's statement to ABC News. The safety and security of our guests, which includes protecting guest information, is our top priority. Clearly it's not. And we are pleased to be able to reach a resolution in this matter. As part of this agreement, Motel 6 will continue to enforce its guest privacy policy. What do you mean continue? You fucked it up. What do you mean you're going to continue to? You screwed it up. You had a privacy policy. You violated it. You shared information with ICE illegally. No consent was given. No warrant was given on their end. They had no warrant. It was just given freely by you. You violated customers' right to privacy. And now you're paying a settlement. You're not pleased to pay that settlement. Please. We're pleased to pay this $12 million. Sure. As part of the agreement, Motel 6 will continue, that's bullshit, which prohibits the sharing of guest information except in cases where a judicially enforceable warrant or subpoena is present or local law requires this information. Oh, I like that. I like that or there. Or local law requires it. Hey, we're ICE. We want this information. Are you requiring it? Yes, we're requiring it. Okay, here you go. No warrant or subpoena necessary. So what a bullshit apology by Motel 6. They're basically saying, oh, unless local law, unless someone says it's required. And I know you might be thinking, oh, Ron, that's not what they mean by that. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You don't think with schmarmy, mealy mouth stuff like that, they're not going to beat around. They're not going to go around ways to get what they want. The company said it implemented a system to ensure... whatever. The takeaway from this is your information is not safe if you go to a Motel 6. Period. You should always know that. Your information is not safe if you go there. That should be public knowledge, and it should force Motel 6 out of business. I'll never stay at one again. I try to avoid them anyway, because typically, over the years, and, this is, again, I used to travel 45 weeks a year. I've stayed in countless hotels Motel 6 always has the shittiest Wi-Fi, if they have any Wi-Fi at all. So I try to avoid them, because I would often need Wi-Fi on the road. So that's the big takeaway here. It's illegal what they did. This $12 million settlement is likely just a slap on the wrist. That's why they're not complaining about it. But the public needs to know your information is not safe when you stay at a Motel 6. You should know that law enforcement will have your information for no reason. So why stay somewhere where you have no confidence in your information being safe? Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make